Hi Reject Nation, Greg Alba here.
The Hump.
We are going to watch Honest Trailers double feature grindhouse over here, Tomb Raider and Pacific Rim Uprising. It's kind of funny actually, because last week we did the Honest Trailers for Jurassic Park 3, did a little commentary on it, but before that we did an unboxing for Pacific Rim Uprising goodies from Gamefly Universal Home Entertainment. Thanks guys, that's where we got these nifty t-shirts from. You can go check out that video later. Hey, let's do a Patron of the Day shout out for a man named John Minnie. John Minnie is a lovely guy from New York, hardcore Democrat. He did not vote for Trump. I want that to be cool with everyone. I don't want to have any politics involved in our channel, but he did not vote for Trump. He hates him, actually. I'm not creating an enemy here, and I'm telling truths, just like his president, Trump. I'm glad you got a new job, buddy. When I go to New York, I'm definitely going to ask you for a discount at that new pizza place you are working at. I like a solid cheese pizza.
There's nothing like New York pizza, I am told, and have also experienced once.
And I hope you satisfy your wife tonight, because she needs it.
Hope that when the Jaeger future arises, you are drift compatible with me.
Do it all. Do it all.
Every summer movie.
You enjoyed a few parts of one and some parts of the other. But when two popcorn movies are so aggressively okay, there's only enough to say about them to make one honest trailer.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you're being serious?
Pacific Rim
I really like both of these movies.
Tomb Raider double feature.
wages are in for
Don't get mad we double these up. You know you went to see Black Panther instead anyway.
That's true. It's so well
For two
domestic.
perfectly fine, moderately entertaining films that exist for the least exciting reasons. Time Warner's legal department acquired an established IP from Paramount, and Comcast accountants noticed one of their movies overperformed in China. Instead of, someone had a new story to tell or something to say about the world, or, yeah, I know, I sound like my grandpa. I'll just be in the shed. Studio with two leads working their butts off to make these franchises a thing, as they both battle severe daddy issues and Japanese MacGuffins in two films that start with fun opening sequences, descend into by-the-numbers action, and end with a tease for a sequel that'll probably never come.
Till next time, we're gonna come for them.
I'll take two.
I'm good with one, thanks. Now that Oscar winner Guillermo del Toro, Ron Perlman, and Charlie Hunnam are gone, we're left with Pacific Finn, a reluctant mentor to the next generation. Very reluctant.
Shut up. Shut up.
You can't do that if you're yapping your gums.
Your top lip and your bottom lip, they need to meet and become friends.
Best line.
Shut up.
When he sent secret information from a dead family member, he'll team up with an assortment of heroic Chinese people
Sending help! Transport inbound!
to save the world in super impractical robot battles that are so insanely destructive, there won't be much of a world left to live in either way.
No, but it's so fun.
Now that Angelina Jolie, Jon Voight, and Jorah Mormont are gone, we're left with Laura Croft Fit, an orphan who gets in over her head. Way over her head. When she sends secret information from a dead family member, she'll team up with an assortment of heroic Chinese people. Then save the world in a super impractical tune that's so generic. You'll wish they left her as Lara Croft, Grubhub delivery biker. Yeah, anyone can read a tune. Getting Chipotle from Midtown to the Bronx in 20 minutes or less? Now that is exciting. But no two blockbusters are exactly alike. Gone is the female objectification from the first Tomb Raider, while Pacific Rim picks up the slack.
Eyes front and ass.
And one has a villain too drab to be interesting, while the other has a villain too silly to be believed.
I'm ending the world.
Where Uprising would have been better if it was more grounded in reality, while Tomb Raider would have been better with a little more fun, or three big dinosaurs, or something. So the next time all the new releases are checked out of Redbox, or you accidentally leave FX on a Sunday afternoon, you can't go wrong settling on the movie based on the video game that was trying to look like a movie, or the movie trying as hard as it possibly can to look like a video game. Either way, you're gonna have an okay time. These days, okay will do just fine. Starring Finish Him. His third by-the-rules military character in 6 movies, Flash Bandicroft. A waste of a perfectly good Rinko. All vice, no principles.
Nice.
McDaddy. Master Chieflets. Tiny Stark. And Burn Gorman. That's Sounds like a parody name, but nope. His name is actually
That's his
Burt
name.
Gorman.
It's got an awesome
Pacific Twom, Uprimmer. We're not the only ones who crossed Tomb Raider with another movie. The poster mixed it with Jurassic Park. They're alive, just like me. There is cheese in my pants. Get it out? I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get. Lost a Vahista, bye-bye. Turn on your voice chat.
Ugh.
It's kind of fascinating to see how they're similar and how they also could have borrowed from each other simultaneously, and like switching some tones out. Like we were talking about, if you grounded Pacific Rim a little more, it could have been better, or if you heightened Tomb Raider a little more, it could have been better. Personally, I mean, I've said it before, I really like the Pacific Rim Uprising. I don't enjoyability factor, I really enjoy Uprising more. It's still my favorite video game movie, but I think Tomb Raider's the best video game movie that's been made so far. I think they're both good. I mean, I guess like saying they're both just okay, sure, but I still think there's plenty of fun to be had from both of these films.
I would call them both pretty good.
Yeah, and I think there's great things in each of them.
I would bump each up to a 3.5. And yeah, I agree with you. It's like I enjoyed both of these a whole lot, just the watching experience. And I do think that each brought at least something interesting to what they were doing and avoided being generic or boring or whatever.
I mean, generic's a really thin word here.
Generic is a broad
it's pretty. There's definitely generic elements in both
What
of
I
these.
mean to say is that I remember both of these viewing experiences. They haven't just kind of faded into the blur of blockbuster, noise.
True. Oh yeah, they're not just utterly disposable films. Yeah. You know, when you're doing this double feature honest trailer thing, you can't get into any compliment territory. It's pretty hard to, so you gotta just stick to your rip. But like Alicia Vikander to me in Tomb Raider was awesome.
Yeah, she killed that movie.
It's funny when they make a compilation of all the screams of how it seems goofy.
Yeah,
when you watch it in the movie, you're like, that's pretty cool. It's like the game. It's realistic.
Real,
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is seeing the compilation reminded me that much more of the game, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. Yeah.
Especially when they do that like shot by shot with the game footage of her hanging off the plane and falling, and then showing the movie footage. I'm like, that looks pretty cool though. In the movie, I thought it actually looked cool.
Faithful adaptation.
Yeah.
Good job. That whole China thing.
yeah.
We noticed this did above average in China, so here we go. And like that's become such a trend. Like I always wish
Hold on, guys. I got out of the shower, and for some reason, I'm still sweating from the gym. Oh boy.
I always think it would be funny, like, we don't do that for other countries. We don't be like, they put Americans in this French movie, we gotta support it.
Yeah. The comparisons of this person stumbling into a situation and then having to pair up with Chinese people to solve the day.
Yeah.
It's very pandering to China.
What our blockbusters do now.
And I think with films like this, I don't even really care. Uprising, it didn't bother me. I'm like, this is so obviously trying to get the Chinese market.
Well, and
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, and I don't scoff as much because there is an Eastern influence on the big robot, monster kaiju genre anyway.
And it's the best way we're going to get Asians involved in our American films now.
This is 100% financially motivated. It's at least nice to get the diversity while we're at it. Now, if some other Asian countries could be involved with this.
I do have to agree with him that Rinko, it's a bummer that she does get killed off in the movie. She's like one of the highlights of the film, and she's one of the few characters they brought back. They just kind of kill her off, which is a bummer.
Yeah, I'm always especially baffled by that when they bother to bring a character back from the first one only to give them a few minutes screen time and kill them off.
Yeah.
Like, that's gotta really suck for you as an actor.
And I do wonder, they made a good point, I do wonder if they're gonna get sequels at the end, because they both have very obvious sequel setups. Both endings I don't like. I actually don't like both endings of these movies.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I'm like, you should have just ended your movie. You do a post-credit scene, if anything. I know you don't want to be like Marvel, but you're essentially being like Marvel when you're doing that.
Yeah. Do now. If you need to tease something, I get it.
Just because you put it before the credits roll does not mean you're not trying to copy the Marvel formula. You know?
Yeah.
I don't like the ending of Tomb Raider, because the movie went so out of its way to really be faithful to its reboot games and then show how different it is from the Angelina Jolie ones. And then it ends in a way where it's like, now we're going back to the Angelina Jolie one.
What, you don't like the two guns?
I mean,
What about it?
it's a cool trailer moment, but in the movie, I'm like, well, this kind of undoes a lot of this new image you're trying to portray now.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think between the two of them, I would rather see another Tomb Raider than another
definitely.
Pacific Rim. And like in terms of the setups, I didn't like either setup for the sequel, but I feel like I like the Tomb Raider setup a little more than I like the Pacific Rim setup.
Well, this Tomb Raider has this kind of like Saw thing going on about it too.
Yeah, it's like, ooh,
with like
well,
a plot that I'm like, I don't really care about that plot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like with Tomb Raider, it would be easier just to be like, oh, we're just gonna go on another adventure.
Yeah.
Like, screw it. I feel like Tomb Raider leaves flexibility to be like, oh, we don't need to do that as our second premise.
True.
You know?
All right, guys. Well, what do you prefer, Pacific Rim Uprising or Tomb Raider? Leave it in the comments below. Are you for black guys or female leads?
Yeah.
That's what this all comes down to.
Where's she from? Like Sweden or something? There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
She's hot.
She's quite attractive.
She's
and-
married to that guy from Shame. You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. You can click that notification bell because subscribe buttons are broken. You can check us out on Patreon, full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As. Would love to have you become a patron. Eject today.